can dig decently deep. Oh! Well, aren't you unfortunate? Hello YouTube, welcome to this fine day. Today we are going to have a look at Illuna Apex of Wishes in Historic Brawl. This deck aims to win by mutating the commander onto a token and then just pulling Omniscience as the only non-land permanent from the deck. This particular build runs only commons or uncommons, except Omniscience, which you obviously need, of course. And I think that is a great budget combo list. So, to start off, how does this exactly work? We have any token, we need to create a creature to then mutate onto it with Illuna. So now we exile cards from the top of our deck until we hit a non-land permanent, and that will always be Omniscience. Keep in mind that we don't get the exiled cards back into our deck, they're just gone forever. So what can happen if you're not careful. For example, if you fire prophecy something and put the Omniscience from your hand onto the bottom of the deck, then Omniscience is the last card and you don't have any deck to win with. So that is kind of unfortunate, not gonna lie. We can shuffle the deck to, and then with if you have 99 cards in the deck, you're more than likely to have some win conditions left. Now we have Omniscience on the field. So how do we exactly win? We win with shocks, right? We have a few damage spells, and then even if all of these get exiled for some random reason, we have still token generators. So okay, that happens. Now we have some cards that shuffle our graveyard back into a library, namely Witness the Future can do that, Clear the Mind can do that, Gaia's Blessing can do that. And even if only one survives, we can also just bring them back with something like a Balagat Recovery or a Dryad's Revival, for example. So either we have two shuffle effects and then they shuffle each other repeatedly, or we have one shuffle effect and a regrowth effect, and then we bring back the shuffle effect, play it, and shuffle the for example the Balagat back into the deck, and then we draw it again. And that way we can infinitely play the same card and eventually kill the opponent from that. And that is the basic idea of the deck. Usually you will find people just surrendering as soon as you hit Omniscience. And if I don't get any good footage, I'm probably just playing an actual game against one of the people on the Discord server, where I can just guarantee that they won't surrender, basically. But yeah, that is the basic idea here, and yeah, it's pretty fun, I think. Again, there is this small margin of small margin of error where you just fail and you exile too many cards and can't win any more of Omniscience, which usually doesn't matter on the ladder because people just skip to that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's list. If you do, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you don't, just write me in the comments how much you hate this video. Yeah, let's jump right into some gameplay. We are going to play against Elish Norn, and that is kind of bad. As soon as Elish Norn resolves, I was going to say, we only have one token that actually survives Elish Norn, and that's the Hard Evidence token. So that seems kind of good. We need to draw one green mana here, though. We're playing first. I'm just going to gamble on it. I can also just play the Hard Evidence. I'm going to play the Fjord, and then I can shock plus Hard Evidence. That seems like an idea. Yeah, that's a card I don't want to see here. And then next turn we can cantrip with the Hard Evidence. Let's see, Hollowed Priest, whenever they gain life. How about I just not let you gain life here? Draw a card. We need to draw a third land and then we're fine. Yep, there it is. Making our land drops. We have currently one token generator, but we also have a token on the field. Ooh, Shadow Spear on a Hollowed Priest can just ramp up pretty quickly in damage. But we can block this one, though. Yeah, but the clock is not fast enough to be that threatening here right now. Sure. Let's draw more lands. And you see there is like this pattern in this deck. Where we actually don't play that many lands, but we're using our card filtering cards to get to those lands. I think I don't need a Eureka Moment though. Yeah, I really want to hit my land drops here. And I'm going to play this tapped Salon Division. Yeah. Because I have Seize this Balls to fix my colors. Although I don't even need to fix my colors, arguably. I have a guaranteed Illuna mutation next turn. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the Eureka Moment knowing that, like, I just killed him in 2 turns here. So let's see where this goes, right? So play you. I want to keep this Lassiter plating around to deal with every potential thing that can happen here from the opponent. Like if they, for example, try to remove this, I have the Lassiter plating, or I can just let it go through and just Lassiter plating in the end step. Yep. No blocks. Those gain life. That is fine. And if they tap out here, that should be the game. They can have a Shadow Spear activation here. That's maybe why they're holding priority. Let's just go for it, I guess. So let's see if this works. Okay, it did work. So let's see where the Omniscience is. And with this, we can dig decently deep. Oh! Well, aren't you unfortunate? So basically it was... Yeah, that was unfortunate. Let's see how we can deal with this then. Anticipate. Sure, for free. Do we have a reshuffle effect? Kind of don't, right? And then... Explore. What's the last card here in deck? Probably not a reshuffle, I guess. Yeah. And... Yeah, we lost the game. Amazingly. Small chance, but that can happen. So, good game. We are ready to play against Ugin the Ineffable, and this should be a good matchup, because they do not have instant speed interaction whatsoever, and that is pretty great for us. I do like this Callous Dismissal, because it allows us to bounce one of the opponent's rocks to their hand. And this Lightning Strike can also shoot off something like a Palladium Mirror. Okay, yeah, we want to make our land drops. We play these cycling lands because under Illuna and Omniscience we can actually occasionally just generate a few mana here and there from treasures, or just explore and play an untap land, so we can actually cycle these during combo turns. I don't think I want to play this Callous Dismissal. How does this work? Oh, I need to play this right now, right? Because I want to incentivize them to play this Eye of Vecna again. Because I'm going to cultivate on 3, and then on 4 mana. Okay, I do need to deal with that, however. So no time to waste. I have to do that. I could play Forest and cycle. Does this work out? Yeah, that works out if I draw one more land here. Because I'm just going to cultivate next turn, right? Traxos? Sure, that's just a big beater. I'm fine with that. there is the additional land drop. And let's see. One red, one green. Yeah, play you. And then if they don't have interaction, we win. So let's see. Yep. And I don't think they have anything here. Well, I say we win, but we saw what happened last time. We are likely to win. Likely to win. That's how it goes. That's how it goes in the Illuna Apex of Wishes land, basically. We wish to win. Okay, let's do it this time. Boom. Over. And... okay. Let's just play this then. Solve the equation. See if we have a reshuffle effect. We have... they surrendered. I just wanted to check if we had actually lethal. We are ready to play against Kazmina. So yeah, about that last game, I just basically, if you click on View Battlefield, the leave the match thing is right under that. So if you double click, you just view Battlefield and then leave the match. You see, it's here, it says View Browser, but when it's the end of the game, that's the leave match. So if I double click that, I just instantly go out. And that's exactly not what I want to do, Wizards. Can you just put that button like anywhere else so I just don't immediately leave the game? Anyways, let's keep this end. Seems decent. So Startle is an interesting one. This only works if there is another creature on the battlefield, so usually that's from the opponent. But it draws a card, so that is really good. So let's see. We have the turn 5 win, hopefully. If we get to play this Startle eventually, then we can work with that. Let's play you on red, I suppose. And this requires double blue, so I'm hesitant to cycle this Lonely Sandbar, but I kind of want to. Sure. Let's see. Yeah, there's the red, but that's not blue. Oh, we have a treasure from you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need another blue here, but I can just discard the Creative Outburst to create a treasure token. Oh no, yeah. So this also makes a treasure token. Yeah. I just realized treasure tokens. Good tokens, treasure tokens, any color. Yeah. So we were in no trouble whatsoever this whole time. I panicked for nothing. Kind of. Like, this is the exact matchup where Startle can be a bit awkward, just because they do not have any creatures whatsoever right now. Like, Kazmina decks like to play Lano Elves, and weirdly enough, this was a game where I just wish they had like a mana torque. So let's see. Yep. That Tails End is. That is fine. That also tells me that they have a ton more counterspells. So maybe I should have kept this thing as insurance. I'm going to use my Pirate's Pillage here. Terramorphic Expanse shuffles my deck, which can be relevant. I think I want to keep the card quantity in my hand high, so I like the Startle is still a cantrip. No, let's just make land drops. Honestly, I think that also just helps us a lot, because land drops are a way to fight through counter magic. In a way that if the commander gets countered, we just play it again and again and again, just because we have so many land drops, right? This can ult quite quickly. It can be threatening, but let's see. So we just play an expressive iteration. Get a land off the top, put something into hand, all the fun stuff. Put one into hand, yes. And then play this. And a Krenko's command. Yeah. And then next turn we can already just mutate without spending any treasures whatsoever, which is great. Just play this untapped forest and be happy. Wash away. That's fine. So the next plan would be to grab Invert Invent. Well, Invert Invent, and then you get Chatterstorm as a sorcery. And currently thinking, what instant do I want? Probably something counterspelly. Yeah, we have to see. The reason why Chatterstorm is so good is because Storm creates separate copies, so they can only counter one of them. That's the basic idea there. Ooh, there is a counter spell. I believe I want to cast this Invert Invent right now. Oh, I saw that coming though. Yeah. I just realized that they have one more mana open, so I should have done it in their turn still. I was just like, okay, let's play around 3 mana counter magic. But you know, I didn't play around the 3 mana counter magic apparently. So let's see. That's still fine. Hopefully we win in 2 turns. Okay. If this ults, it grabs an extra turn. That is a problem. And this starts putting counters on everything. So let's see.
Every day is a new mutation.
Yep.
Consider all possibilities.
So we have to Glimmer of Genius just for a token, basically. And we can increase our odds of doing that by using the Terramorphic Expanse Shuffle. Ooh, Divide by 0 is huge, though. Let's Glimmer of Genius first, though. Yeah. Let's see. If they counter that, I'm kind of fine with that. Ooh. Can bring back a Krenko's command or a Startle. Yeah, I think I'm just grabbing that based off of that. And goodbye, Kazmina. To prevent her from ultimating here. I think I do not need the neutralize here. Okay, and then let's put you on green. Next turn, my plan is to... So if they go with Kazmina first, I think I'm just shooting this now. But actually, like, reduces their clock significantly. Oh, and they use the counterspell on that. I am actually super fine with that. Because I can Dryad's Revival and then...
Your mind is willing.
Dryad's Revival bringing back Krenko's command if I want to go immediately for the kill, or if I do want to do it slow. Oh, don't tell me you have another one on top opponent.
We must prepare.
They'll probably have one. It's fine. I could also just get the Startle. It's only 1 creature, but it draws me a card. Probably want that more than, right? Startle now or next? I don't want the Startle to get countered, honestly. So I can play with the sensor as well. Yeah. Let's see. We have a sensor. We have a Curate up. We can mutate our commander, which is pretty great. If they have a bounce spell, that would be really annoying here. But we have Dryad's Revival again. Okay, okay. I see what they're doing though. They wanna minus to get some green spell. Resolve. Because now they... What green instant sorcery do they want? Because all the extra turns are blue, right?
Focus on the future.
Let's see if they have another counter in hand. I assume they do. Oh, they just showed me that they don't. And that is the win. Okay. I'm still not sure if I would have lost or won the other game, but like judging from 40 cards left in deck, I think that I was going to win that game. I mean, maybe one of you guys can just go through the footage and then check yes or no. Minus. What are you searching?
Never close off.
Do they have a bounce spell? Is there a green bounce spell? I think there. They can. No. Fight spells. But I don't think they play a fight spell. What is that? Oh, they have a fight spell. Oh, it's a bounce. Aha. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I still have hope here. So again, I could have played around this by getting the Krenko's command, but there were up and downsides, right? Because if I have the Krenko's command out, then I don't get to draw a card, so I dig one less deep, and then maybe I'm just whiffing completely. The upside here is that I can still just. I have 2 mana up here. 1, 2 in the graveyard, yes, please. Okay. Yay. No! Cycle, go! Yeah, Dryad's Revivaling for a Krenko's command. But I lose because they get an extra turn of this Kasmina. So yeah, I lost the game here because I only had the option of playing around one thing, either bounce or losing the game. Because arguably... oh yeah, mass manipulation does it. Also, yeah, couldn't have played around that either. So, GG. We are ready to play against Velomach's Lorehold. Red is kind of annoying. Keeps destroying all creatures. Maybe we can go really wide with what's it called? Chatterstorm. Also against red, I guess we can just kill them with the 6/6. Yeah, let's see. I think I want to play around sorcery speed removal in this matchup by playing Satyr's Cunning the same turn I mutate. So let's just be absolutely patient here. Would I probably counter the ramp? Maybe. No, actually, I'm just fine if they like attack with Velomach's Lorehold. They're probably tapped out, and then they can just Satyr's Cunning Illuna. So yeah, just let them play the commander, I guess. So censor. They assume that they have all the counter spells in the world anyways. So I can just probably probably not care, right? So I can't like discarded the censor, showing okay he has a lot of counter spells, but I actually don't. So yeah, joke's on you, opponent. Yep, sure, that is fine. Anything instant here that draws cards? No. I still think I use my mana efficiently here with something like could witness the future. Okay, yeah, but this is like already infinite tokens based on what is in the graveyard. Discard 2, huh? Oh, I think I like what. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Foretell, and then I don't have to discard. Oh no, I do. What? No, I don't. That was weird. I was like, yeah, 9 cards, now I'm 7, but the message was still there. Yeah, I actually want to draw it. Okay. Yeah, I still want to make my land drops, I think. Hold up Behold and maybe Fire Prophecy. No need to just aimlessly do anything here. Ooh, Chatter of the Squirrel is great. Honestly, I like both of them. Yeah. Going to play that Chatter. Ooh, and then... Oh yeah, maybe just... Saproling Migration. I think they can't remove 2 anyways. So... do this. And now they can point the removal at these things. That's kind of fine. But in their end step I can laser the plating, I can cycle Hieroglyphic Illumination, I can do all sorts of cool things here. My hand is pretty full. And they need to have a board wipe and instant removal. Well, now they're just... yeah, they're dead. Because no matter what they get, they can't stop me, I think. Anger of the Gods is absolutely fine. Yeah. And now we just use laser plating. Everything has X-proof, and we don't even play this. Yep. And let the fun begin. Let's see if the opponent lets us do the thing. Will we be able to go through everything? Boom. Omniscience. So now... nope. Okay. But this was very much lethal, I believe. Because at the very least we could have... this is a reshuffle effect, this is a reshuffle effect, so we have 2 of them, and then we can play everything here infinitely. So we can make an infinitely large amass token. We can make an infinitely wide board. And I think... so how many damage spells were exiled? 1, 2, 3... yeah, there 4. Yeah, there was still... some damage spells left in the deck, I believe, that go face there. Yes, Ral's Outburst, for example. And that was also just infinite damage to the face. GG. So, I have been fed up with this. Surrendering of all these opponents. So, I'm playing against a person that will not surrender. And that is going to be my good old friend Frosty from my Discord server. And he's going to pilot a modified version, basically only swap 1 card he didn't have for another card, from the Muldrotha deck of 2 days ago. So he's going to pilot that. And let's see where we can go from here. I think I want to have some amount of, like, some other cards, I guess. Like, it's fine, actually. I have counter magic. I have a reshuffle already in hand. I have a cathartic. I can actually stop a lot of things. Punk goes first as well. Mulligan is for weak people. So yeah, also I'm like, they're like absolutely not on the budget list. So let's see where this goes. Hopefully not getting thought seized here. Also, what do you do in this deck? Maybe people just ask me, what do you do if you draw Omniscience? Ramp a bit more and play it from hand. That is my answer, right? That is my answer. It's awkward, but it'll have to do. Yeah. I'm going to play the red here, and then I can discard draw with the Cathartic Pyre, type a creature. Sure. I do have a sensor as well to deal with some things. I want to discard the Chaos Blessing, and I think I'll do that. I like all the other cards here. Let's play you on green. Yep. I kind of want to ramp to a point where I can play a... Like, I think they keep up instant speed interaction. Let's cycle this sensor now. So I'm already on a lot of red, yeah. And let's just basically bluff a counterspell here. I also don't think I need the Thriving Growth to fix my mana anymore. I would put this on blue, and I think I'm fine with 2 blue anyways. And I just value having untapped lands, I guess. So I'm going to discard the Thriving Growth here to this Dragon Fodder and hopefully get a 1 mana. Slash Canada is fine. Yeah, they're keeping... yeah, I basically want to play all of it in the same turn, but yeah, I think this will get difficult. I can also just find the Omniscience, right? So that is a thing I can do. I believe I do not need this play with fire whatsoever. So let's just amass 1. Play you, and then just pass the turn and relax. The thing is, you want to kill, like, you want to kill the token in response. Like, if you play against this deck, you want to kill the token in response to the Illuna mutating onto it, and then I don't get the mutation trigger, but it still enters the battlefield. So the problem there becomes that I have my commander on the field and can't replay it, which is kind of awkward, but it's still a big beater, right? I also hope to get a... what's it called? Lassiter Plating would be a good card, because that gives my token hexproof as well in the same turn, so they have a hard time removing it. So yeah. Also, they know what we're up against, so ooh. Yeah, that gives me mutation into Illuna, hopefully. Play green. Satyr's Cunning. And then go for it, I assume. And yeah, let's try it. We'll probably just get killed here in response. Yeah. But now I have a big old commander on the field. And I can just draw into my Omniscience, hopefully. So yeah, I'm playing apparently a custom game where I don't combo off and just go for the lethal in the air. Let's see if we can make it. Oh, so just as a heads up, they're not trying to play nice here for sure. Like I specifically said go hard. So that was just a genuine mistake there. Got him, I guess. So now I can start... If they tap out... I can... How much mana is that? It's 8 mana. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2... 7... Yeah, I don't have enough mana here. So let's just... Yeah, I'm going to Satyr's Cunning. I'm going to exile 1. I don't want to exile my damage spells, I think. So 2 with Censor. Yeah. Only takes 2 to exile, that's really good. So scale the heights on you. Into life. You play 1, 2. Then just create another token. Again, we don't want to exile the Blessing and we don't want to exile the damage spell in case Like, especially the shuffle, but in case we also just exile the rest of our damage spells. Oh no, we can, because I have a Ral's Outburst in hand, so I can actually do that. And then the card that filters the least here is Scale the Heights or the Pyre. Let's exile Scale. Yep. And we're fine with this. I assume they have something like a... I don't even remember my own list. What counter spell? Disdainful Stroke. Can get rid of the commander here. So I assume they have a Disdainful Stroke. Kiora Best Sea God. Wait, then that's just lethal, right? Oh no, if they have a Spell Pierce, I still need to be able to pay for that. But I think I am. So, yeah, let's go for it. Oh no, Wash Away! Aha! Remembering my own list, slowly but surely. So 2 more, huh? I want to make my land drop here just because... Oh no, I made... yeah, I didn't have an untapped land there. Because then next turn, if they wipe the board here... like, if they would theoretically wipe the board, right? Oh no, that doesn't work anyways. The treasure gets tapped, funny enough. But my idea was then, if I have an untapped land, I can play the Dragon Fodder plus Mutate in the same turn. But now that is just not possible, because I don't have... I'm missing 1 mana from this treasure. Yeah. And let's try to go for it, shall we? And... they oopsed me, I believe, then they just misplayed. Anyways, put Omniscience into play. We start by drawing 4 cards. And now we shoot them with a shock. And I am going to make this quick, but it won't be quick, basically. One of them in the hand and the other one in the graveyard. Yes, we want the evidence token here. Hard evidence. Let's keep these for discarding, basically, later on. Yep, discard 2 cards. Yep, play you. And discard a basic. We are using the Dryad's Revival to... I think we just want card quantity here. So that would be a Boon of the Wishgiver. Coming back to hand. Then we draw 4 cards again. Oh, there is an additional land drop. That is great. So now we do that. Yep, we Supreme Will. Look at the top cards. Dig even deeper. Epiphany, great. We scry for it and draw 2. That is you and you. Yep. Now we... I think we shuffle first. Yep. Shuffle. Draw 2. Oh, we're just not being super lucky here, I guess. Oh, solve the... Oh yeah, solve the equation is massive. Do we still have Invert Invent here? And then I can show you some real cool stuff. Okay, perfect. We have Invert Invent. So what that means, eventually we have all the lands in the hand, right? And then we can't whiff. So we are playing Invent. So now we are searching for an instant and a sorcery. The instant is basically anything. The sorcery is a regrowth effect. So you and you. We cast the instant, deal 5 to them. We put more into hand. One of them in hand. Sure, Shimmer digs the deepest. We're currently trying to dig, not anything else. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's a Boon of the Wishgiver. We draw more cards. And the great thing about Invert Invent here is I just cast Dryad's Revival on it. I bring it back. And now we do invent again. Let's see if we have Balagat Recovery still in the deck. Seems like we don't, but that is fine. We can reshuffle with a Blessing. But I still think we want to just dig super deep. So that's Tammy's Epiphany as a sorcery. That just digs really, really deep, doesn't it? And then we... yeah, I guess making an additional land drop is fine here. Unexpected Windfall. Oh, yeah, Eureka Moment. Just making land drops is great. Because that basically means that we are going to... we are going to get... we can just cycle the... a lot of cards here, basically. That's the idea here. Yep, play this. We can cycle, for example, Forgotten Camps, right, to draw a card. Anyways, emerge the sequence. Pull, like, basically thinning the deck out is very, very relevant in this case. So now I reshuffle. And I want to get my draw spells. So Solve the Equation is always the best card to get, right, no matter what. I want to get back a Dryad's Revival to shuffle. And then I guess another Invert Invent for tutoring. Yeah, just basically the tutors. That's what I want to have. Okay, another Explore. Oh no, I just wasted my mana basically. It's fine. Okay. Yep. Cathartic Pyre, no. I wanna cycle that for mana, I suppose. No. Oh, we're getting... yeah, discard up to 2 and draw 2. Probably that's what I want. We're getting into weird territory here. Don't whiff on me, deck. Cycle you. Oh, and we just managed to whiff. Huh. That is not very likely. So yeah, the basic idea here is to draw enough cards to then basically play out all the lands, play all the draw spells. But we just managed to lose. We're so good at this game. So yeah, this is how it's supposed to work. But at the same time, that's just not how it worked out. Because we just managed to... yeah, I could have drawn a few more cards there, so that was my mistake because I actually paid for the Explorer. But yeah, it worked out because we now have a decent board to block with. We have the Omniscience to work with. They don't have something to remove the Omniscience currently. And we can start our turn by just drawing a couple of cards with the Forgotten Cave, with the Neutralize, with the Clue. So I think we should get there. But the basic idea is, let's see, how many draw spells? I mean, 50% of these are draw spells, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about that necessarily. Because it can sacrifice the Meathook Massacre to bring it back, but they don't have enough mana for that to be relevant, to be perfectly honest. I could have flipped the switch that to be, yeah. I could have, yeah. But again, I don't think that is relevant. I have the Omniscience on the field, and I can counter whatever wants to threaten the Omniscience here. It is funny though. I just managed to whiff on the combo for some reason. Slight misplay, to be honest. Yeah, and then yeah, the basic idea is I mentioned this already, right? You want to draw all the cards until you only have gas left and all the lands in your hand, and you just want to chain the gas together to win at that point. Sure. I do not care. Yep. And that is probably the game now, though. Yep, chump block, chump block, chump block. Pretty easy decisions. And let's do it. Okay. Omniscience, the second. Oh, we can thin the deck here. Oh, I like that. One last one. Cycling. Yep. We can cycle you. Yep. We can cycle you. We can draw. Oh, there is the invert invent. Great. We now invert invent. Just cast the invent. We are getting the where is it? Right survival. Yep, and then as an instant, we are getting what's a great draw spell here? I do like a Scattered Thoughts, I guess. Yeah. Top 4 cards. Let's go. And Witness the Future. And Supremo into our hand. Yep. And now we shuffle more gas into our deck. No, wait. Let's Dryad's Revival first, and then shuffle the Dryad's Revival back. So Dryad's Revival brings back our good old trusty invert invent. Basically all the time, because that's just a double tutor. That is just amazing value. Absolutely amazing and fantastic value. I think just solve the equation to tutor, and then we can bring back a Rolls Outburst to start dealing damage. Sure. Now we Witness the Future, and now we get into this neat little lock kinda, where we bring back Creative Outburst seems great. Dryad's Revival, obviously. Invert Invent has to be in there, obviously. And then one of the shuffle effects, and that is Gale's Blessing. Yeah. And then one of these in my hand. Well, that is pretty easy. Now we solve the equation. Yep. Get an invert invent, and you can see where this like loops. Now we just loop this over and over. So as an instant card, we choose this. As a sorcery card, we choose Dryad's Revival. We cast Creative Outburst, and now we basically do this in infinite amount of times. Our deck is way too small to whiff here with 14 cards, and yeah, we just do that over and over and over and over. Yep, and he actually saw that I got it, and that's a GG. We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And yeah, Illuna Apex of Wishes, specifically Omniscience version, it is playable as a free-to-play deck, as you saw. Well, it's not free-to-play, right? Remember, if we type in search for rares or mythics, we only have the Omniscience here, right? But it is certainly interesting. It is super upgradable. You can like the rares and mythics that you can potentially put into the deck make this much more consistent, which is great. Also remember, I think the last game, I think it's just unlikely that you also like, if you like with this specific pile, I just drew so many lands. It was and I also made slight misplays, but you can still win, because then your hand is then flooded with some counter magic, and then you can just, you know, go off like and just protect the Omniscience to go off the next turn. So that is kind of fine. I mean, the last game was also just me playing Solitaire for basically 12 minutes straight, and I can totally understand if you skip that. But if you skip that, you're probably also not the person to likely play this deck. Right, so yeah, but it is fun. It is certainly fun. Yeah, again, this deck, even if it mutates, not 100% guaranteed to win. But if Omniscience hits and you have a good pile, you should be able to win. And it's like, again, this last game, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, there were some other things I wanted to add here. Let me think about it. Yeah, we had the upgradable cards. There are a bunch of like just better draw effects. That is the main thing. The rarer cards of a lot of cards, you have better protection, and you can also have better draw per card. What do I mean by that? For example, cards like Gravenlore are rares, and that cost 5 mana. That just, those cards, if you have more cards that draw more cards per card, for example, Boon is it's one card that draws 4, so you're way less likely to whiff if your hand is only cards like Boon of the Wishgiver, where you draw massive amounts. But you also don't want to have too many of those. Keep that in mind. Yeah, like a lot of cards like the other Prismari spell, the mythic one, that is a great one, because you can discard to create a token, it draws cards. I just forgot the name of it. I'm actually, you know what, professional YouTuber, I'm searching for that card right now, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. Magma Opus. This is, for example, a great card because it deals damage, it is a finisher, it draws 2 cards, you can discard it to ramp, and it creates creature tokens to mutate onto, and it is instant. Like, this thing is everything the deck wants to do in a single card, and that's where your power comes from, upgrading this with rares and mythics. You have more bang for your buck per card, and that is exactly what you want from Omniscience. Again, I think this is just, if you want to dip into the deck, you don't know if it is for you, you can play this. But also remember, people are just going to surrender. You will very rarely actually have to play your combo out. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, that is pretty rare to actually just to play the combo. Hope you did enjoy the games though. It's probably a long video. But yeah, until tomorrow.